If the ending of the Miami Heat and Atlanta Hawks are a sign of things to come for these NBA playoffs, then buckle up, folks. But yeah, that was sure a sign of what people wanted to see out of these play-in games. Showing more life with the playoffs on the line, and that was certainly a fun, thrilling finish. Congrats to Miami Heat becoming the first 10 seed to make it out of the play-in. They advanced to face the Cleveland Cavaliers in the playoffs starting on Sunday. As for the Atlanta Hawks and Trae Young, it was a valiant effort and comeback, despite being down by 17 in the second quarter, but it just wasn't enough towards the end in overtime. Trae Young, he finished the game with 29 points. He even had the game-tying layup at the end of regulation with 1.3 seconds to go. But Okongwu, he had 28. Niang had 20. It just, they were down as much as 17, made it a 9-point deficit at half, and then going in the fourth quarter, they were down by 9, but it went on a 14-2 run to make it a 3-point lead, and then after a Okongwu dunk courtesy of Dyson Daniels, they had a 6-point lead in the fourth quarter, 98-92. But then Miami fired back with their run, going a 9-0 run. It was just back and forth from there. And then, as I mentioned, Trae Young hit the game time layup at the end of regulation. And then overtime, the unsung hero of overtime for the Miami Heat was certainly Davion Mitchell, who finished with 16 points. He had 9 in overtime, only 1 in the first half. I mean, hell of a job for him, including the game sealing dagger 3, to win it 123-114. Hell of an effort by all parts. Tyler Herro finished the game with 30, and Drew Wiggins, he had 20. Bam Adebayo, he had 17. They did have more turnovers than the Atlanta Hawks, 14-9. Atlanta also did have more points in the paint, 56-48. But other than that, Miami had more steals, 8-3, and overall it was just a fun, thrilling finish. Despite 2 chances by the Atlanta Hawks, they get blown out by the Orlando Magic on the road. And in this case, despite their comeback, it falls up short, and they'll be going home for Quinn Snyder's crew. As for the Miami Heat, still without no Jimmy, no problem, as they make the playoffs. As we know, Tyler Herro became a hero and going clutch.